This week we've got a unique takedown 22 long rifle survival gun by Henry Repeating Arms. It's the AR-7. And AR, as those of you who have M16s know, stands for Armalite Rifle. And that's because this rifle was first designed by Gene Stoner at Armalite. And it was first released in 1959. Now the AR-7 has gone through 5 different manufacturers over that time, but today Henry brings it back in a form that's probably as good or better than it's ever been. It has some really unique features, one of which is the molded plastic stock, which is hollow and allows the entire action to be broken down and put inside it. And then the stock itself is filled with foam so that once everything is sealed inside, the gun actually floats. So you have a semi-automatic 22 long rifle, and the entire thing can be put inside itself and made to float. So that's a pretty tall order for a survival gun, and it's always been kind of in a class by itself as far as even takedown survival guns go, because usually you have the 2 pieces and they have to be put into a case. But in this case, the case is the stock. Now, even though the design is fundamentally the same, and in fact a lot of the parts interchange, the magazines interchange across all those manufacturers, the Henry's a little different in that it adds a few refinements, one of which is an extra magazine storage compartment in the buttstock, so it can actually store 2 magazines. They do have to be removed from the action, so you can get the action and 2 magazines inside. And then in the front, the Henry adds a bright orange front sight insert, which is a little easier to pick up through the aperture rear sight. The front sight is adjustable somewhat for windage, and then the rear sight is adjustable for windage and elevation. Also, the Henry has a slotted 3/8 width rail for tip-off or 22 style rings that can be added to this gun. Now, of course, a scope couldn't be stored in the buttstock, so you would have to carry that separately, but at least it can be added to this gun. So with the Henry AR-7, you have a very self-contained, lightweight, repeatable in that semi-automatic 22 long rifle survival gun that can carry a few rounds on board, and is so compact that it can be put in any plane, boat, vehicle, or backpack for that matter, and that really puts it in a league of its own. For more Guns of the Week, visit AmericanRifleman.org.